Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed. And if you're watching the video on YouTube, hi all, and welcome to the video. Or you could be watching the stream. We are streaming to YouTube as well these days, so there's that as well. Oh, fun and games. Right, okay. We got all that, and let's do some social medias. There you go, there's that one. And then we'll do the book face. Toast on Beans, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. How was your weekend? Has it been good? Have you had fun? Or were you stuck at work or something? You know, I don't know. There. Right, I think that's enough social mediaing done. Let's go to the live screen. There we are. Same over on the YouTube live screen. There we are. Right, now, yesterday I had a chance to log in, but only for about 20 minutes, so I logged in and grabbed the Freelancers Inc., knowing that it would finish tomorrow at some point. So, we've beaten the rush. Beer o'clock all. And today's my Sunday. There we are. Today's login reward was second tier martial artist boots. It's very yellow. Far off are we on? The social armor I have here. Agility and strength 752. I think we're capped now, aren't we, until 190? Slow weekend. Ill as a dog. Oh no. Getting closer to the magical 200. As you do. Yes, indeed. Slowly but surely. We'll go Mantis. Got collecting carbon. I need to make some space in the inventory then. I've got too much junk in there already, just like every single one of my characters does. Alien Daily. Aliens alone. Goodbye. I tried a new shader, by the way. So you need RTGTI and then volumetric fog I didn't quite like. Nice Guy Lamps, but it sees your character as a light source. I don't know how to tell it it's not. Apparently there's a further interface with it. But yeah, it sees the character as a right in front of the character's face is illuminated instead of like that. See, it sees that being illuminated, but yeah, it doesn't work with AO. It's kind of a bummer, but there you are. I saw someone using it in Max Payne, which is a very old game, to be fair. And it looked really cool in that. I thought, oh, give that a go. That's a free one. Yeah, why not? You know. What was it? Oh, place the bomb. Yeah, that's fairly painless. Oh, wait. I forgot. Buffs! We want to go 2 tier. There they are. These guys first. And these guys, we've got the command. Not bad. Okay, and then our own buff. Right, we'll go do that alien mission, but we may as well go straight to ICC to do it rather than back through tier mission, agency, and so on and so forth. Tolagarth, buff bot galore. There are a lot of buff bots now. It's cool. Never be without your buffs anymore. They can be supplied. Yes, they can. Yeah, I like the one in tier. It used to be in Old Athens. And they moved it to tier, which I kind of like. I like that there's a good reason to go to tier anymore. It used to feel very much like a central city hub back in the day. It was a hive of activity. Can we sneak these guys? I'm not sure we can, but let's give it a go. I'm not sure how much concealment I've got, actually. Quite a bit. Enough for an aim shot on a lot of mobs. Nope. Spotted. Oh, well, it was nice for that few seconds it lasted. What's our frame rate like with RTGI? Yep. I thought so, 100. Oh, mind you guys can't see that. Oh, I can do, there you go. I can do that. Probably hard to read, probably easy to read there. Rodderboy, welcome to the stream. Can't come. How much a knit have I got with buffs now? 835. Oop. Knits. Drop the weapon in. So we got. Ooh, yeah, we should be somewhere like middle aggro there to go 1-1 on the bow still. There we are. Been on full def. I mean, we're very hard to hit on full def. Rodderboy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Necro's Punk. Is a two-hand edge at Troc Stock still a thing that can be made to work? Yes. Any weapon on a dock can be made to work, because whatever weapon you put on, all your weapon skills are kind of dark, but they can work. That's a thought. Can you use an obsidian desecrator? Because that would be good. That might be a build I'd want to do. Obsidian desecrator. Is it locked to keeper? 210. It's a hell of a good weapon. I don't know if you could get that on a dock, but if you could, it's awesome. Yeah, you could make it work, but there's much better two-hand edge weapons now. Like Queen Blade or nothing, wasn't it, back then? But now, no, there's much better weapons. I think you could make that work. There's no... Keepers use this because it is so good. You got Brawl, Fast Attack, Dimash, etc. Yeah. Obsidian Desecrator Dock. That could be a thing. You could stay out of OE on it, I think. Might have to give up a little bit of healing efficiency. Stygian Desolator. Yeah, it's like 10 times the damage. The Obsidian one from the Temple of the Three Winds now has a 201 plus dungeon. Which is raid for high level players. But honestly, you want to be a high level player in there, or you're just going to get your backside handed to you. Yeah, so there's like a new version of Hezak, or whatever you pronounce it as. Yeah, he's 100% drop as well. But yeah, it's a really nice weapon. I've got one on my keeper, and I wouldn't swap it for anything on them. Yeah, if you look, so min damage 425, max 575 with a 666 crit. It's a good, solid thing for a two-hand edge player. And I thought it was locked to keeper, but it's not. So you could use it on a dock if you could keep it out of OE. Gives a bit of health, but it's also got like a taunt on it as well. Quite interesting. I need to do some hotkeys. I've left them for too long. We want bar active, bar 2. That'll do. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the team. It's decent, yeah. If you've got a crit setup keeper, it's pretty solid, and even with a defensive setup keeper, it's still bloody solid. Just doesn't crit as much. So yeah, it's a super powerful weapon. It's just whether you could keep it out of OE on the dock. Hello, Lady Sky Cannon version 19.72. Right, Alien Daily done. And the next one is Carbon Collecting. Where on Rubicar? Oh, right, we're all the way there, are we? Central Artery Valley. Yeah, we need 3 pieces of carbon for this one, so I need to make some room. Well, that can go. That bow can go for now as well. Okay, let's go and try this out. I just off-tanked the city alien raid ship. Nice. Yeah, Savick had a really good crit setup keeper, like really high crit on it, and mine is kind of defensive with the same weapon, but just a different kind of loadout of gear. And hers definitely outdamages mine, but I can out-tank hers, so it's, you know, deciding what you want to do. Not bad for 205. Yeah, you haven't even got all your top buffs yet. We want the Wampa for this, to be honest. And then we want to go to Vomit Woods. Did we get that from Wine? No, I think we want to go to... Can never remember the Wampa route here. Avalon? It's gonna be Broken Shores, isn't it? Yeah, Bliss. Okay. Yeah, via 4 holes. That's the one, isn't it? Central Artery Valley. There we go. Right, the NPC is up and over there. However, we want to go to there to get the carbonium rocks. We want 3 in our level range and fly them all the way to them. I think we can turn RTGI off now. There's also the volumetric fog. I kind of like it, but I don't. I think I'd have to tweak it for each and every playfield to get it how I want it. So, yeah. $34, that's too low. $248, yep, you'll do. $176, you'll do. $159, too low. $194. Right, that's 3, and then we fly to the marker. So let's turn that back on. Let's do both. I think the depth of field is too strong on that. Hard light, that's a hard light. Actually, it looks better with debug on. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Just trying different things, you know, as you do. Got 225 mercs on. Nice. Yeah, Stygian Desolator, the Obsidian one is like, oh my god. Plus it's got Brawl and Dimash on it, which is, you know, really nice. Dimash on keepers has a 5-minute cooldown and gives you a lot of health for the damage it does. So it's really, really nice. Right, find the scientist. Aha! I got your carbon rocks. There we go. And she wants 3 of them in our level range or higher. Big XP. Goodbye. Now we fly back and do Smuggler's Den. I'm going to take the NT again, I think. So how was everybody's weekend, other than toast on beans? Had a rotten weekend. Being Pauline. Anyone else have fun or do anything productive or just chilled the fluff out? There's nothing wrong with just chilling out either. Don't get me wrong. Set up a fresh new fish tank and got wet, as you do with fish tanks, yes. I spent most of it at the hospital with a family member. Oh no! Oh, I hope everybody's okay, Lady Sky Cannon. Oh, I remember this spot before they changed the playfield. Near that thing. We could outrange the trees and kill them for XP. Very, very slowly, mind, because at the time they were blood red for us. We were all lobies. And that was before this huge chunk of raised ground existed. It didn't exist at all. We've had fun here as well with the aliens. When we had events here, it was so much fun. I had a heart attack. Oh no. You just need to change your lifestyle. You know, and you can carry on for a good few years after. Generally speaking, I'm not a doctor. You know, don't take that as medical advice, whatever you do. Oh, plus 10 is up. Yeah, I've lost people to that, so yeah, I get it. Not good. Yeah, there's usually something up. This is why I walk every day. Just, you know, hedging my bets, basically. I mean, I was a very good swimmer in my youth. I couldn't do that now. You know, I don't have the fitness I had then. But I still, you know, get out there and walk, you know, virtually 5 miles every day. Just because, you know. I walk at quite a pace. I mean, I don't dawdle, put it that way. I tend to overtake everyone I'm walking past. So, even some of the joggers. So yeah, you know, I am exercising. I get I start breathing while I'm doing it, that kind of thing, you know. RTGI on here. Power walker. Well, I mean, I'm tall, so I take quite big strides anyway, but I walk quick enough that it gets my heart rate up. I don't just bimble along, you know, I'm striding. It's probably about 4 miles, not quite. They reckon so many thousand steps, but, you know, whatever. And there's a bit of uphill and downhill there, so that helps as well, going uphill at speed. Even walking, you can feel it. But compared to when I used to swim a mile, no, not the same thing. I don't know if I could get back to that level again. You know, I smoked for years and yeah, that's never good. Right, we're starting. Let's see how busy we are. Oh God, we're in a... Oh, well, he spawned. Yay. Yeah, I don't think I walk that fast. I'm not jogging. There's too much impact on your knees jogging. But yeah, I'm moving and I get warm and I'm breathing. So okay, I want to not spoil anybody else's day, so let's calm these dudes. You're dead. Thought so. That should be dead now. Yep. So much quicker with a big tomb. Right, nanos. Think I got a level there as well. There are slightly more nanos than you'd think, but gotta know where they are. Viral compiler useful for keepers? No. Except in the 201 subway. where you're recasting ward, it can be useful to have it there. So when you're fighting, what's his face? It can be useful there. That's the only time I've felt like I needed more nano in it on a keeper. But the rest of the time, no, I'd rather have the NCU space. Well, you could easily put a infused viral compiler on a 205 keeper, a quality 300 without any real effort. You should have like 1k complit-ish by then anyway. Generally with keeper, it's like do your buffs and go raid, you know. But in that one fight with, not Eumenides, what's the guy's name? I forget now. It might be Eumenides, I could be wrong. I think maybe it is Eumenides. He gets rid of ward, so it's quite handy a lot of the time to be able to recast it in that fight. But only that fight. The rest of the time, you just don't need it. Abby, not so much. Does Abby get rid of ward? I don't think it does. Eumenides does, I know that. But that's like literally the only time I've ever felt like I needed it. And that's only because I've got very little IP in nano in it on that character. Nano in it is dark blue. Yeah, it's not a good colour. But it's your auras that are strong on a keeper. It's just that for that one fight, he cancels out ward. So it's quite handy to be able to recast it quickly. But other than that one fight, not really. Bobalicious, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And the little guardian at the door. Don't need you. I think this is the last breeder we need. Is that up or is that a corpse? That's a corpse. God, it's so broken on the new engine. It's got too many angles. It's got 1 minute left. Do we wait for the respawn and see if it actually respawns? I'm finally done. Yeah, 201. No more Mantis Cave. Oh, thank God it's just a prisoner now. Yeah, that is definitely a bit of a, well, liberating feeling, because you get there and it's like 15 minutes and you're going to kill it. All this malarkey with this thing, waiting for respawns? Yeah, no. We'll leave it at that. It's enough. If you've killed all the breeders, then it completes the Freelancers Inc. So I'm gonna delete it and head on out. Actually, let's just go straight to Shadowlands. I think I'll do the same here. Oop. Right, I'm going to get another beer. Right away, Fixer. Fixers are cool. Underrated class, Fixers, I think. Oh, it's very much lighter on this one. Interesting. Ah, RTGI was on. Okay. Yeah, it seems very dark and red on this character. Whereas it's a bit more milky on this one. That's interesting. Anyway, we want to run Penumbra now to try and get a Doja. I don't think we're going to get one as quickly as we just got one last time. Getting that so quickly. Yeah, not likely, I don't think. Random aggro music there. Oh, wait. I have got RTGI on here, but it's brighter for some reason. Okay. No idea why. Right, Adonis. We'll run from Adonis because it's actually quicker. That's weird, though. Oh well. Yeah, once you finish doing the dailies in there, I kind of lose interest doing anyone. No, now you can farm the Inferno Doges, which is so much better. At 204 trying to do Penumbra Doges is a pain. It really is. Oh, it's running the frame rate from this. Oh, let's log him out here. Yeah, there you go. 45, 34. No, that's the FPS from the other client, which is idle at the moment. It's kind of almost weird the way it misreports it, so No, we've broken NVIDIA. Oh, let's turn it off anyway. Got a much better piece of software for that. If you want your frame rate and system usage, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Augmate to level me. Yeah, that's always fun. We did that. Did we do that on the last stream or the stream before? I think it was the Friday stream. We went and did an Inferno mission. Hard, old, 2 crats, my keeper and this. Following behind. God knows how many levels they got. They went from 160 something to 175, I know that. Even streaming to 2 platforms, the graphics card is at 33%. It's doing nothing. Oh, scuba gear. Right, there was me, a 220 keeper, soldier, and fixer doing a city raid ship. Nice. That's what you want, though. You want to build your character up so they're there ready for anything. When you get Watchward, though, and the bigger team heal aura, it's pretty powerful stuff. I mean, Watchward blocks 2 hits, for each cycle, so it is really powerful. It's like instantly you're taking a third less you're taking 2/3 less damage just with that. It's pretty good. Have some IP to spend, but nowhere to spend it until 190, I don't think. Yeah, it's all maxed out. Apart from maybe first aid, etc. Is Watchward keep a version of Karen? No, it's Ward, but it takes it. Normally Ward absorbs 1 hit. Watchward absorbs 2 hits. I'll do it in a sec. I'll pull it up once we get where we're going. Oh yeah, I've got the +10 ring. I don't need to walk around with this anymore. In fact, I should convert boots and whatnot. And goggles. Let's get the goggles on. There we go. Right. Okay. Watchward. It's DB quest, I think. Cast Watchward, attack shield temp to 2. So every 2 minutes you will absorb 2 hits out of every 3, which is really nice. Okay, let's fix Penumbra. Light. So I'm going to turn the light to global light off. But then I'm going to put on RTGI. There we go. I think Penumbra looks a lot better with it like this. Well, the Zazen. No. No, Zazen depletes how much damage you can do. Watchward doesn't. Have you got a system is... It's an Intel, but if you want to know more... There you go. That's the current rig. That's why I've got so many cores. Yeah, it's massively overpowered for Anarchy Online. I mean, god damn. You do not need this system to play AO. You really, really don't. You know, it's like... You could run AO 100 times on this system. Yeah, 1,000 AOs. I don't know about 1,000, but yeah, quite a few. Will we be as lucky as last time? We will not. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, if you look back at the computers we had in 2001 versus, you know, the ones we've got today, there's just no comparison. I mean, God, we were all on single core CPUs back then. You know, and megabytes of system memory. And megabytes of VRAM. It just, yeah, the numbers are just so out of whack. It's nuts. My God, I think there's some damage here. Nano in it, I think we maybe want to improve. Just for healing. Did that drop anything? No. See, I don't want this, but I've got to kill it now because it's aggroed. Yeah, this rig can play everything and anything, all maxed out and look very pretty. And still give me, you know, triple figure FPS constantly. Like Stalker 2, Indiana Jones game, Kingdom Come, which is actually surprisingly well optimized, that game. It runs so well, considering. Change the map. There we go. Yeah, it's way overpowered for that. I have streamed the likes of Stalker and stuff, like completely maxed out. Looks great. Plays great as well. You know, I'm playing at 120 FPS. I've got a G-Sync monitor that'll do 165, but I've switched it down to 120 because it's better for streaming and stuff, because it's a divisible of 60. So it always looks better. You don't get that frame stutter, because you know, if you're rendering at 140, 180, or 160, it doesn't divide into 60 as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like a 2K computer. It was like 1,000 for the motherboard, chip, RAM, CPU, RAM, motherboard, NVMe, M.2 drive. And then I think it was like 1,000 for the graphics card, which is nuts. Don't spend that sort of money. So I bought the I bought the CPU, motherboard and RAM. I bought that tail end in December 2022, and then bought the 4080 just before summer, when the prices went back to normal. I got the Founders Edition as well because the 4080 has the same cooler as the 4090, and it just makes no sound whatsoever. So for streaming and such, it's really, really good because you cannot hear it. There's no fan noise at all. I mean, it's at less than 60 degrees centigrade all the time with no fan noise. Yeah, they were the sweet spot card. The 1490, if I was editing video as much as I used to, I might have been tempted to get one. I actually had the money to get one, but decided on the 4080. I just thought, I just don't need a card that powerful. And I had the money to do it. But I just thought, do I really need it? It is a better card, but I mean, it's like a quarter more money over what you've already spent, you know. This has got 16 gigabyte of DDR6X or whatever it's called. I built 4080s. Yeah, they can run anything at high frame rate with all the bells and whistles switched on, and it's great. It's absolutely great, you know? Yeah, I'm more than happy with mine. I mean, I paid a lot of money for it, but that's how much, I mean, not as much as some people were paying for them back in the day. I mean, there was that, you know, it's worse now than it was even during, like, lockdowns and all that crap with the 30 series. Yeah, you can run it on Ultra with DLAA and still get like 80 to 100 FPS all day long, and it looks amazing, you know. I do love that game. I've got like 200 hours in it now, and it's the atmosphere of the game. It's so good. You're just really in that zone. You're just there, aren't you? You know. I've done, I think 5 different endings, or 4 different endings. I can't remember now. So I've got the Strelok ending. I've got the Strelok ending. I've got the Ward ending. Actually, I think is quite a good ending. But I don't think it's the canon ending because of how do you do DLC after that, you know? Yeah, I just really liked the commander. I just didn't... Strelok, I kind of liked him, but he's from an earlier game, which is why I kind of sided with him, because I remember playing the older game, where you're basically Strelok. But Korshunov, yeah, I just really liked the voice actor in English. He was just so good. He was just such a solid character that I was like, no, I like this guy. This guy's solid, you know. I didn't want to betray him. So, yeah, it's weird. It's funny, isn't it? A game can make you feel like that. But only a good game. You know, if it wasn't a good game, you wouldn't have cared. But because it was a good game with good voice acting and direction and whatnot, you actually give a shit about the characters. I've done the Star ending. But that seems like the dark ending almost. You know, because there's always the, but, you know, twist at the end in the epilogue. And I kind of thought, yeah, this sort of feels like you thought it was the good ending, but it's not ending. You know? Not with Strelok, not with Krushnov, the other one with, I've forgotten his name, but yeah, the other guy. Because all the way through it, the game's telling you what he believes is real isn't real. So, and it's explicitly telling you, yeah, it's you know, the zone is this, not this. Oh man, I thought I'd finished the game by the time we got to fighting Faust. I thought that was I thought that was the end game. It's not the end game at all. You know, so that was just like, wow, there's more story to it than this, you know. I've also done the Skiff ending, which is a weird ending. It's because you basically feel like you've betrayed everyone. It's a weird ending, but I've done that ending as well. And it's like people go, oh, I want to do this Skiff ending, so it's a neutral ending. It ain't a neutral ending, trust me. It's definitely not that. It certainly doesn't feel that way, you know. Alright, Frozen Rafters. Let's see what you've got for me. Yeah, I just like Kuznov. I always feel like the Ward ending is the proper ending. But the thing with that is, how do we get from that to any DLC that they've said they're going to release? You know, I don't want to spoil what happens in the Ward ending, but the zone's kind of done at the end of it. So how do you go back to the zone and the environment? Oh my god, I've got so many ads! Run away! I need a better heal, and I don't have one. Oh god, the vortex voids are hitting so hard. There's nothing I can do. I can't up my evades any further. They're maxed. I can, however, use acrobat on that. They were nowhere near me when they aggroed. No fair. I call foul. I call foul. Nope. Oh god. Orange. Acrobat. Stay in the fight a bit longer. First aid. I need better armor than I'm wearing. I'm wearing XP armor. It's not the best. Oh no. Yeah, I got like 3 weeks off over Christmas because I just hadn't used any of my holiday time. Vortex Voids can drop doges as well, though. So, while Mrs. Carl was in work, and I wasn't, I stayed home and played Stalker 2. And then I did some mods and stuff, and yeah, I just started exploring, got the console running, and just like really tried to figure out how some of the game was working in the background and stuff like that. Well, we stuck the fight out. That's the thing. But none of them dropped a doja. Okay, now I kind of want another beer. So, I'm going to go and get one and hope I don't die in the process. There's nowhere safe to hide. Right, I shall be back very quickly. Ooh, still alive. That's what we like. Right, back to the rafters. Now I know Zazem form nerfs your damage when you're hitting with fists and or melee weapons. Does it also hurt your damage when you're using ranged? I imagine it must do. Next one I'm going to use Zazem form just to see what happens. Yeah, they're minus a lot of damage. 300, yeah, that's a lot. Add nano cost 30, healing efficiency 100. So you're twice as good at healing, but you're going to use a lot more nano. So just, yeah, unless I was the only healer in team, I wouldn't really want to use it, I think. I mean, it's good and all, don't get me wrong, but it's a hell of a penalty. We are quite a weak build at the minute. We've got symbionts we've had in since level 60 and stuff like that, so Some of them are like, ooh, yeah. Have to make sure you got PNH. Yeah, exactly. You're just going to run out of nano at the additional nano cost. I don't think I've got a cost. No, I haven't. I've just got regular NCU in. So I've got nothing to mitigate the nano cost. Don't want the boss, just want that one. I mean, the quickest way to do this is to go to Water Demons and log in a 220 to take them out. Which I may yet do. How hard do I hit without the bow? Oh, a bit less than I hit with it, in fact. But I crit higher. Got no specials with bare fists, obviously. And I've got no MA attacks either on this one. Which would obviously make quite a big difference, but... Da-da-da! Got a Doja! Yay. Right, okay, let's get the Doja handed in. Flame Fists. I don't need it. I've got that. Hit for poison damage anyway. You know, the little startup bracer you make in... back in a REIT. Yes, I've got none of the normal accoutrements that a MA might have if they were, you know, MA based. As opposed to bow. All the perks are in bow, not in MA skill, so very odd build, I know. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying with this bow. This is so much better than most of the other bows we've sort of forced ourselves to use. But you got to remember the perk spend would be completely different. Like if you look at it, we got like disharmony and stuff. Got nothing in brawler, which would be great for add damage. Or spiritual master. Or unstunnable, or Zayu, which is just more and more evades to the point of like redonkulous. I wouldn't mind some more points in careful in battle, but we don't get them till 200, so they're all in ranger. And then of course we're in light artillery instead of in you know, all the... What's the MA one? I would probably be spending into nano combat for bigger heals or something like that, but we'd be in light infantry, wouldn't we? For the martial arts. Spatial displacement, not so much. Spiritual Master 5. 17. 25. 30. 34. 45. 58. Fucking hell. 65. 85. 90. Oh, we can't take those two now. Spiritual Master, yeah, we'd have like another 60, 70 odd in MA skill, so in AR. Yeah, unstunnable is pretty useful in PvP because you can't be stunned, but... XP helmet. Freelancers Inc. complete. Let's go hand that in. Yeah, I think I used it a while back, you know, a good while back, like back in the old days. On my Advi has something similar in shared perks. Yeah, group perks, you got spatial displacement. I actually had 10 in that. I mean, I could not be snared because I was melee, so the last thing I wanted in tower battles was getting snared or rooted. So there'll be an agent pew pew at me, they'd hit a snare, and I'd be like, run at them and hit brawl, you know. Brawl, Dimash, sneak attack, and it was just like, yeah. It was a lot of fun, back in the old days. If you survived their aim shot, they were kind of screwed. So, yeah, it was good fun. ICC, planet-wide announcement. I'm not sure this is swearing or not, but Belly CK. I'm not saying it. Bellick has been awarded the highest honorary rank for outstanding. That sounds like naughty swears. How very dare you, sir. The highest honorary rank for outstanding dedication to the defense of Rubikar. Congratulations. There we go. Let's go that. We got the Alien Daily to hand in. So we go do that. We're at that gnarly kind of weak point in every character's sort of life. 150 to 200 is always kind of meh. It's the hard part to get through because it's difficult to improve your character because you're level locked on IP spend and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you can't get into high equipment so easily because you're locked out. You can't improve your base abilities or anything for 20 levels. Oh my god. Mission complete. Goodbye until 190 and then suddenly it gets better. What should we do now? We could do find Dr. Hestia. Yes, we could. In Sheol. Before we do, I'm going to give myself a bit of a run buff for Shadowlands. I'm going to give myself the... I can't have a... it'd be nice if I could just give myself the fixer one for Shadowlands, but I can't because it doesn't last long enough. But faster than your shadow does. But that means saving in Sheol to get it done. I was dying on Keeper when I couldn't IP spend. Yes. Exactly, yeah. That bit of time where it doesn't work and you just can't improve certain things. Oh, it's just like, but I could so close, but nope. The locks are there for a reason, I guess, but yeah. You're like, oh, if I could keep spending IP, I would have this by now, you know. Faster Than Your Shadow also have that one and that one. There we go. Have I got RTGI? It seems to be on everywhere, doesn't it? Let's turn that off. Anyway. Yeah, it's on here. It doesn't need to be. My team chat has got interesting. Ooh, do tell. Yeah, with that buff we have 13, well, nearly 1400 run speed. That's going to make it less painful. Right, Dr. Hestia. She's not far from the ruins, I don't think. Yeah. Darnell is the hippie one. I say hippie one. She's kind of a hippie one. Portal technician. I'm going to give you 9 gazillion credits. There you go. Oh, what? You only took the exact amount you need? I don't know who it was that commented on a video once where I typed in 1 more 0 and they said, oh my God, you gave them too much money. And I was like, they take the exact amount. It's either if you type less than they require, they don't give you the buff. If you type the exact amount or higher, they give you the buff, but only take the exact amount. And like, no, they don't. Well, you just watch me give them like 99 billion. Guess what? It's fine. Pre-210s doing Inferno New Hard. New Hard would be difficult. Old Hard you could do because you can pace yourselves, regroup. Someone dies, it's simpler. You can kind of like finish them off, all exit, get back in, carry on from where you left off. I'm not a fan of the New Hards. I'm just not. You're on rails for the entire duration, you know? And that bothers me. That bothers me. I like it if the team can stop in one room and go, right, we're just going to go, like, everyone's going to go get a drink and then we're going to carry on. You know, and that you can't do that in a new mission, but you can in the old missions. So there's a bit of that with it, I guess, for me. Right, Dr. Hestia, this way. Londis, welcome to the stream. I didn't spot you there. Sorry, dude. It's like you're not hard to miss, but somehow I did. Yeah, new hards are kind of boring. Yeah, I get it. You can do neutral missions and all that. Was lurking in the shadows. Yeah, we should be able to complete a few of these stages. Get to 180 maybe. That's the goal for tonight's stream. Tomorrow I'm doing work. Wednesday we'll do some more, but yeah. I think we're at a level now where most of the trash mobs are just grey, so it doesn't matter. You can, like, virtually ignore them for the most part. Yeah, all this crap is grey except for the quest NPC. Dr. Hestia, I click you on the chin. Oh, ancient device. What have I done with that? Oh no, Spaghetti-O. What did we do with the thing for the quest? Ancient device, there we go. Do Storm do Inferno keys? I need one on my keeper. Not for a very long time. I think I've got all the patterns to do it, but I haven't done it for forever. Goodbye, right, find the crystals. Oh, I need space. Okay, let's put that away. There's one crystal. I need to make more room. Uh-oh. I don't think I've got more room. What have we got in the bag? Bag is full. Oops. Anything in... Oh, you got some space here. Okay, let's put that away. Let's put the XP things away. Yeah, that should do for now. You already have, yeah, you got a rando spawn. I need 3 different jars for them. There's another one. Yeah, we're basically ignoring all the ads in the area because they're now too low level to bother us. Yeah, we got 3. Alright, 3 plus the device. Please keep all of them. I don't want them. They're useless items. Yay, there we go. Oh, yeah, it's truly amazing. I haven't done this 50, 60 times or whatever. Dr. Curry in the halls of Sheol. Right, here we go. Yeah, we've got no meaningful faction at the moment either, so going to any area should be fine, etc. Until we start doing some of the other quests, then yeah, it's going to bump up. Quicker going this way. excuse me. Not my fault. I didn't carbonate the beer, the manufacturer did. IBL game. Raw. Something like that, yeah. Right, over the little stony bridge. Through the little redeemed village and then drop down. Seekers, boo. Oh, traumatized by Seekers to the point of not caring about them anymore. Does Curry want one of the drops, I think? Because there's a bit of pre-farming you can do with this, but if you're doing both quests, I'm not sure. Traumatized now, for sure. Oh, yeah. Why is it always so gloomy and bloody dark in Sheol? It ruins the playfield. It needs more light. All the emotes. Absolutely. Puff. Puff Paff. Puff Puff Paff. Welcome to the stream. And Deziex, welcome to the stream. Not sure if I'm saying your name correctly, but I'm giving it the best try I can. How you been, old chap? Well, I've been old and a chap. Yeah, I've been okay, dude. I've been okay. Can't complain. I have been to Sector 42 so many times that when the Seeker spawn, I off-tanked the boss and the Seekers because the tank crashed and I saved the raid. So, on my keeper. Dr. Curry. Because I just had no fear of Seekers, but I learned respect for their devastation. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. IBL Games gifting 3 subs to the channel. Thank you very much. Oh no, they've subscribed with Prime. I get you, I get you. 3 months. Thank you very much. Yeah, I could have pre-farmed this, I think. Isn't this the blue insignia thing? I'm not sure. Okay, what have I got to do? Word search. Once you go look for a book of... Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, we could have pre-farmed those, but we never did. You know, is that Bezos's money sub? Like, they've all got way too much money. People celebrate wealthy people like they've created money, but they haven't. They've shifted money from other people to themselves. We don't have an infinite amount of money on Earth. So that's not how it works. You know, some people genuinely believe that you can create money. Governments can do it. But it usually leads to massive inflation and bankrupts the country. It's like a shortstop measure. But yeah, there is only so much money in the world because money is literally based, like the UK money is based on gold. I think the dollar's based on oil rather than gold now, and so on and so forth. But yeah, there's a finite amount. Like Russia tried to sue Google for more money than there is in the world or something. And yeah, it was like, yeah, who's going to pay the fine? You know, Google's got more money than God and they can't afford the fine that you've made up pulled out your backside, you know, so yeah. But there's only a certain amount of money in the world, and the more people at the top that have all of it, the less it's spread around to everybody else. You know, that's just how it is. And yet there's this misconception that, oh, you know, certain people create money. No, they don't. They just hoard it. It's nuts. We'd all like to be millionaires and rich, you know. It's like winning the lottery or whatever. You think, oh, I've just suddenly become incredibly rich. Well, that money wasn't created out of thin air. It was created out of people buying lottery tickets. You know, it's as simple as that. And the payout is always less than they take. You know, over like a 10-year cycle, always. Otherwise, how the hell do they stay in business? The answer, they can't. So, yeah. I mean, someone put something up once. I don't know how true it is. It's a picture on the internet with writing on it, so take it as like, pinch of salt. But like in 2012, minimum wage in the US was $7.25. That's way lower than the UK or Europe, by the way. Right, I'm going to kill a couple of these. And the richest men on earth, their wealth was, you know, like tens of billions, and now it's hundreds of billions, but the minimum wage is exactly the same. Yeah, it's scary stuff. Right, we got the word, but I also, for another part of the quest, want a blue insignia, I think. Just going to have a look now. I can't remember. I'm not looking up the guide. I'm trying to do it from memory. Yeah, there's something when. Drop it. I think. I could be wrong. Would you really want to be? Yeah, no joke. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to be comfortably wealthy. I think we all would. But I wouldn't want to be wealthy at the expense of others. And that's where we're at with billionaires. Bezos, Musk, all of them. I mean, they're wealthy at the expense of others. You have to remember that if a company is making hundreds of millions of dollars of profit and paying it all to shareholders and the CEOs, but the people that work at the company get no pay rise or benefits whatsoever, they're just shifting money from people that earn it to people that don't. And the great myth is, you know, if you become super wealthy in certain countries and cultures, people who are extremely wealthy are viewed as superior to people who are not. And I've never held that opinion. I don't want to get into politics, because God almighty do we get that rammed down our throat every day, you know. To the point where let's not have that discussion on the stream, but yeah, it's got to the point where it's kind of macabre, some of the wealth in the world. And what do they do with it? I mean, they hoard it. They don't do anything with it, you know. If I'd managed to make myself worth 400 billion, would I sit on it and play God with other people's lives? No, shit, no. You know, I'd be like, oh, set up a research facility for cancer. Let's set up hospitals in deprived areas that don't have them. You know, and just a bunch of stuff like that. I try to do some good in the world, but that's just me. You know. Yeah, that's the thing we want. The blue thing. Okay. You see, we could have pre-farmed those months ago. or weeks ago when we were in this in Sheol the first time, but we didn't. Yeah, and just having the wealth to play God and feed your ego, it's just not my style. I think I'm just not designed to have that kind of money, maybe, but yeah, I'd try and do some good in the world with it. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm a bit of an old, some people take the view that if you think like that, you're stupid. I'm like, what good is your money once you're dead, Yeah, you can leave it to your children and make sure they're provided for, but then you take away any incentive for those children of yours to do anything with their lives because everything's provided for. Why are they going to try and strive to do better or invent something or do anything if they know they're going to live an incredibly comfortable lifestyle for the rest of their lives anyway? I mean, there's no incentive for them to do anything, is there? Wanting to be that rich is a mental disease. I think so. I think you're on the American Psycho path, where one guy's business card is slightly better than yours, and now you have to put an axe in their head. You're in that kind of world space. You're in a very dangerous place. It's quite terrifying that we have people like that in the world. I mean, when someone's rich enough to play I'm going to be a spaceman, yeah, that's a colossal waste of money. We've been to space. We know what it's like. We don't need people. You're not furthering anything except your own ego. When they took Shatner up, Shatner went because it was like, hey, do you want to go to space? And he's like, yeah, okay. And they hit the upper atmosphere, technically space, because that's decided by scientists where space begins and the atmosphere ends and whatnot. Fine, but they just asked him to, I think they asked him to come because they thought it would win people over with a colossal waste of money. I mean, yeah, we can go into space. We've been doing it since the 60s. I mean, why aren't we spending the money in better places, It's like the Galga Fringians, if you've ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Well, you've been on this planet a year and you haven't invented the wheel. Well, you tell us what colour it should be. What? It's the simplest machine in the universe. Why? Fucking hell. Why do you need to have a debate and spend all your, whatever, on what colour the wheel is going to be? It just feels like, the world is being run by nut jobs. It really does. Because anyone with any common sense doesn't operate at that level. The Russians. When did the Russians put? They were the first, weren't they? They got a guy into space, Yuri Gagarin or whatever. They got him into space before anybody else or whatever. And we're still fighting over the planet with artificial borders. You can't see them from space; they ain't there. We're still doing that. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. Why are you spending money on that? Those aren't the problems. you know. And you can't, and that's the problem with capitalism as an ideal is, yeah, I mean, in your lifetime, you can go from Joe Schmo in a small town, trailer park, whatever, into a better lifestyle than that. But the people behind you, the people that come after, can't. There's only so much money in the world. It's not infinite. And there seems to be this misconception that there's an infinite amount of money. There ain't. That's actually a good remark. Yeah, I mean, you watch The Expanse. We go into space and we squabble over every fucking inch of it. That's The Expanse. Yeah? Mankind travels to the outer solar system and all the rest of it. What do? Fucking fight over every bit of resource we find up there. You know, yeah, that's us. We're idiots. The human race are stupid. Right, I'm getting another beer. So I can join the human race and be even more stupid. I don't know. I mean, you take the average human lifespan, and in that lifespan, if you made $10,000 a day, you still wouldn't have as much money as some people in this world have already if you lived to be 100. And then people just don't realise how big those numbers are. You know, it's scary. I mean, let's do some basic math. Right, here's a character calculator. 400. There's 400 billion. Right, let's divide that by, let's say your working life is 70 years. Okay. Let's divide that by 365 days a year. Can you see the kind of numbers you're making how hard you've got to look at the, but never mind the change. Let's just ignore that. That's like, what, 15 million a day every day for 70 years to have that much money? The fuck? You know what I mean? That's just ridiculous. Right, okay, so, where are we at? Capturing the past. Find diviner Orkor path ye ol. Oh, that's a redeemed mob. That's a redeemed mob in the little village at the top, isn't it? Yeah. That's a disgusting amount of money. I mean, some countries haven't got that much money. It's just bonkers. You know. $50 million a day? For 70 years, and then you're as rich as that guy. I mean, what the fuck? That's just like, you know, Midas, isn't it? You know. Any one of us could live an incredibly comfortable life on one day of the money they're worth for the entirety of our lives. You know, 15 million spread over a lifetime is a shit ton of money. You could live incredibly well, you know. You could provide for everyone in your extended family, your immediate family, and everybody else, and they'd all be super comfortable with no mortgage, not worry about any bills ever, and you would still die a rich person, you know. That's how much they make, that's how much they're worth every day for 70 years. It's just, what the fucking, what? You know. Right, capturing the past. Orca Path Yeol. Orca Path Yeol. Where are you? No matter. Excuse me, these are... Oh, they're the shop NPCs, I think. Are you... Let's look again. I've forgotten the name because it's a silly name. No. He's here somewhere, unless he's been killed by somebody. I don't know. Not you. Oh, you feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. What? Care Emma has reached enlightenment. Congratulations. Oh, Orca Path Yeol. It's this guy, I think. Okay, can I put this on your head? Yeah, there we go. So now we want Fortuitous Dom Nar Roach or something. Yeah, he's in the opposite direction. Let's go. You know, if you won 15 million on the lotto now, you'd just be so massively life-changing, and for your entire family, not just yourself. Yeah, I mean, it's bonkers. And you think they can do that, have that much money every day for 70 years is just ridiculous. You know, if I won that kind of money, you know what? I wouldn't move town, but there would be signs. You've seen that meme, haven't you? Yeah. Where did all these vintage guitars come from? Mm-hmm. You mean life-changing me? I'm a greedy old bastard. I'm not. I've never been. I see people be that way. It's not me though. I'm just wired different, I guess. don't care if I'm richer than the next person. I don't care. I don't care if I can do X, Y, Z. I don't care. I care about where I'm at. If I've got what I need, don't have, if my family does or doesn't have, more than that, doesn't matter. Why would it matter? Fortuitous Domnar Roach. I think that's our guy. It is. Okay. Capturing the past. Return to Dr. Curry. There's only so much you can eat. There's only so much you can drink. You know. Yeah, I mean, I would, you know, maybe suddenly have a 5090 and an AMD X980 3D. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Yeah, I'd have little luxuries that you shouldn't really need and whatever, but yeah. Yeah, and then what would I do? I'd play an AO on them. Use 10% of their resources. Going for the MA bow buff. Yeah, well, that and some XP. I want to get to Title 6 so I can spend IP again and get some better gear on. So it's like a twofold kind of solution to the same problem. Yeah, if there's a life-size replica of the Millennium Falcon in my driveway, well, now you know why. I'd spend it on stupid shit. Not even a new car. My Bugatti is just fine. Yeah, you've got a Bugatti. Is it a tractor? Because they make Bugatti make tractors. So do Ferrari and these other. Well, you know, I drive a Ferrari. Don't tell you it's actually a tractor, but you know, still a Ferrari, and so on. Yeah, amazing design. It's a beautiful looking thing. You know, I'm too old to drive something like that. What? You know, I'm approaching my 60s. I shouldn't be driving something that fast. What the hell? I mean, you can only get kicked into the seat so many times before it gets old. Never too old for speed. Yes, you are. That's why you have to surrender your license and retake your test at 75. Is it... Oh, Lamborghini make tractors, not Ferrari. Fair. Okay. Talk to Donna. Okay, we're going to the hippie. Right. Let's go see the hippie. Yeah, they're beautiful vehicles. They really are. I mean, I'm a Jag man myself, so I'd probably get a nice Jag. But hey, that's me. I do like Italian design though. It's just so nice. But there's no way I would trust myself to drive at speed. And also, the fuck are you? Why are you so selfish? You're going to make a mistake. You're going to crash. You're going to hurt someone. The hell? You know. XJS. Oh, a classic. Yeah. Even my old V6 X-Type is becoming a... Well, technically, it'll be a classic car in 2027. It become, you know, anything over 25 is technically a classic. I mean, stretching it, I know, but it is. And I've got one on my driveway that I don't drive and will need probably need an engine rebuild, having been stood for so long. And the only reason I don't drive it is, Jesus Christ, the amount of fuel it burns. That's why I don't drive it. From every technical point of view, the XJS is better than an E-Type in terms of handling and everything else, but An E-Type is an E-Type. They're so good looking. Yeah, I can remember when XJS was new, because I'm old. Yeah, some of those engines were kind of sucky. I don't know, I'd do that or maybe Aston Martin. I'd probably go Aston Martin. Because they're British, for one. And number two, they're so good looking. They're such a good looking car. I'm here looking for adventure. Older Maserati. Yeah, they're good. I mean, there's so many good looking cars on the road and car designers, but there's so many boring as fluff jelly molds on the road. It's nuts. 66 Volvo Amazon, about your age. Yeah, there you go. Do you know what I really would like is a Volvo 740? Like a 1990s one with all the police upgrades on it. Oh yeah, that's a car. Man alive, that's a car. You slam that into a wall at 100 mile an hour, you're going to be okay. You know, they're boxy, but good. Volvo wagons, yeah, and people, it's a love-hate, isn't it? Some people love them, some people hate them. I love Volvos. I think they're awesome. They're like the most boring design in the world, but they're so functionally brilliant. You know? I can't help it. I just like them. I'm going to go for a pee. Did they make drag cars? I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, I love Beamers, Mercs and stuff like that. They're all great cars. It's just the German cars, the suspension is like... Yeah, I mean, it's quick and it's super stable, but it's not very comfortable. You know? The thing with the Jag is, you can get in a Jag, you can drive 300 miles, step out, and it's like you've just been sat on the sofa for an hour. You know, obviously not an hour, but as long as it takes. But yeah, that's the difference. Is okay, handling in corners is going to be a little weaker than some of the German counterparts, but god damn, your spine isn't going to suffer for it. You know, Porsche, yeah, that's another one that's like, if you wore headphones in a Porsche, they'd be around your neck 99% of the time. Because, god damn, they're great cars. They really are. But they are not comfortable. Ugh, never mind. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Flee this has reached enlightenment, I think it says. Find the Sigmius platter in the Uncharted... Yeah, okay. Hasn't she got a second mission, though? You can do two at the same time for a bit of extra XP. Looking for a job. Yeah, that's it. She sends you to the get the 3 samples or something. Oh dear. Yeah, my father had Lancias. My father was half Italian. I'm quarter Italian, so I do love Italian design and food and everything. But I also love all the Welsh stuff as well, which is like in the opposite direction of design aesthetic, let's say. Like there's no Welsh car manufacturers I know of. With some amazing garages. I think I've got a video of me driving the V6 Jag. Hang on, give me a second to find it. I can't find it. Did I delete that video for some reason? I think I might have done. I've got videos of me off-roading with my friends and stuff like that, but I've also got one of the Jag. I made it some time ago. Hi folks, this is just something lens, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, here's the car. Let's just mess with the aperture a second. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's all kind of leather, computerized to hell and back. Is it car or is it not? So of course it is a V6. That's our old door. We got a new door now. It's like, when's the door brown? And the door's not brown anymore. Yeah, leather covered steering wheel. So yeah, leather and walnut. I love driving it, but there we go. It's better. Yeah, and this little bit ways off from is where we've come from. So I'll shoot a bit more as we get nearer. Right, so what we have here is some gorgeous. I'm making a video for people abroad. This is what I'm making a video for people abroad. There we go. I told you it was fairly rural here. We still have proper modes of transport known as horses. Yeah. Didn't expect that, did you? And the rock you can see in the distance, Adobe, you know, they have sort of shaky camera correction, etc. Now normally I've got the radio on with something cool blasting on it, but because I'm planning on uploading this video to YouTube, I don't want to get smacked for copyright on the audio, just because it happens to be on the radio as I'm driving, which, believe it or not, does happen. It's the first time I've ever tried to do an in so American make. Yeah, so if you want to watch the tram after all, although this one's on its way up. Just squeeze past this lorry here. Hi T.O. Derry, welcome. A little bit of the engine there. Yeah. Just a bit. Yeah. The air ride. Oh, have they gone for pneumatic suspension? What are they, Citroen now? I know they're not. Yeah, it's me without a beard. I think I've got a bit of a goatee or something, but that's about it. Right, these are going to run away. Yes, of course you are, you little shit. Come here. Oh my god, the girder runts are still aggressive. Oh, and the green. Oh my god. Alright, I need a sample from you. There's one. Girder run. Give me a sample. Yeah, that's the only video I think I've made where you can hear the car I'm driving. I've made another video where it's a time-lapse thing, so you don't hear the engine because the sound is music, etc. Have you got a thing? Yep. And then I need one from a spider, so I need more space. I've got no space. What's in this one? Right, just delete this shit. Right, okay. And then let's put these in here. Right, let's go and get the spider one. Excuse me. Don't run away and drop off the side where I can't get to you. I hate the... Oh, fucking runaway mechanic is the bane of my life. You shoot, shoot, shoot. No, 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 no. No, no. Come, come. No, don't go that way. Because they start regenerating health and then run away from you. And if they fall off the edge of the world, no, no, don't go over. Don't go over the edge. I hate this mechanic being a thing. Right, that's all 3 samples, and then we've got to get a platter from inside here. To go this way, I'm looking at the bars here on the map, and what usually happens is the item you want is as far away from the entrance as possible, but not always. So yeah. Nope, not in there. Not here either. No. Looking for a little triangle on the ground. So, ITO Derry, how the devil are you? I've been in here. So he came in, so that ain't it. we go this way? Ah, we got the stairs thing. Okay. Up and over the other way. Oh my god, it could be down here. I don't... Ah, there it is. I need to pick it up. Do I have the space to pick it up? I don't think I do, because I did the other thing as well. Oh, crap. Right, well that's useless now, because we're too high level to go to that dungeon, so we'll put you there. Pick you up. There we go. Then we're going to go back to Rubicar. Because then we can complete 2 of the quest stages at once. We can go to the guy in Elysium, and then we can go back to her. I think I only just got that from the last time I handed in Freelancers Inc. because I didn't have it before I started this stream, I'm sure. Yeah, I wish I'd made that video after I got a wide angle lens. It would have been a lot better, because you'd have seen me, half of the car, and just how quickly it's moving past the scenery. Filmed it on a DLSR, yeah, DLSR camera, which I love for still photography. I'm here to deliver some DNA samples. 1, 2, 3. Receipt. Okay. Now, had I saved in Sheol, it would have been quicker, but there we are. Before we go any further, I need another beer. Because why not? Yeah, I can remember my dad driving Lanciers, but we live on the, near the coastline. Lanciers are not built for salty air, is what I can tell you, because we had 2 of them, and both of them just rotted away. Not the fault of the car, the car wasn't made to be in that environment, The salt air and the dust just destroyed it. It's designed for a different place completely, which, maybe not anymore, but back in the 70s, it was absolutely the case. He bought a Fiat Strada as well. I can remember having this car. We went on holiday to Mallorca, little Spanish island kind of place. And I can distinctly remember coming back to Manchester Airport, which is where we flew out of, and there was a stalagmite on the roof of the car from a drip in the garage underneath. So the concrete was like corrosively like embedded on the roof of the car, and had started to form a stalagmite. So if you've ever wondered what the difference is, stalagmite or stalactite, is explained to me by a geography teacher, I think it was, on a field trip. We went in a cave that had them. And I said, which is which again, sir? And they said, well, okay, easy way to remember. A stalactite is the rock formation that's stuck tight to the ceiling. I was like, okay, yeah. And then they said, and a stalagmite is a little blob on the floor that might one day reach the top of the cave. And that was it. It was solidified in my brain from that point. I was like, yeah, I get it. and now I'm like, I don't have to think. I just know they're 2 different things. They're formed in a very similar way. But yeah, I just thought that was just a wonderful way that they got that idea into my head that I would never, ever forget it. Funny, a good teacher can really make you remember something. That's pretty awesome. IBL Games redeemed hydrate. I think I am hydrated, good sir. Slightly inebriated as well. But there we are. It's like a lot of things, I guess. Yeah, one good teacher can make you really learn something on a level that you didn't think possible. I did not want to do 144 push-ups. I did. Oh, God, I used to be... I got to a point where I could do chin-ups, pull-ups, and sit-ups indefinitely. Like, after 300, you just... What's the point of counting? I can just keep going and going and going until I'm, want to do something else. Like, I don't know, go for a crap or eat something or watch TV. That was 5th grade. Oh, no, this is in my 20s. I could do that. God knows how hard it would be to be that fit again. You were 8. Oh, that's just cruel, man. 8-year-olds don't have... Not all your bones are solid yet, Oh, my God. That's just cruel and unusual. Yeah. Oh, multiplication is simple. It's just taught incredibly badly. The way the Eastern education system works, I got into bodybuilding. Well, there you go. Bodybuilding will, keep you strong and fit. But you know it's 70% diet and 30% gym work. So he wasn't teaching you that by making you do 144 fucking push-ups on school dinners. Yeah, if you go to Japanese multiplication and using lines, and there's another visualization of it. Oh no, fuck off, AI overview. Yeah, the way they visualize it internally is so much better than our parrot fashion, just, learn the rhyme. It's so much better. It's much faster mental process. Like your 9, the difficult times tables, like they're not difficult anymore if you follow that system. They're simple. They're super duper simple. I never got into bodybuilding. I did go to the gym and stuff like that, but it was more about strength and whatnot. I mean, some of the strongest guys in the world don't even look like a bodybuilder. I mean, they're built. I mean, they're solid. They're super strong. But they don't look like a bodybuilder. Bodybuilder is an artistic form. And, yeah, I mean, look at Arnie. I mean, the archetypal, great genetics, fantastic kind of ethic to working out and everything. And yeah, in his prime, he looks absolutely incredible. He looks like a statue carved out of marble. But he wasn't as strong as some other athletes, I mean, you look at a powerlifter like Anatoly. He's like, 50 kilo more than me, but he looks smaller. But the strength that guy has, that's why he's making videos pretending to be the janitor and just picking up 400 kilos. Like, it's nothing. And look at him. He doesn't look anything like big enough to be that strong. But that ain't it. That ain't it, The density of that guy's muscles is insane. The tendon links he must have are just nuts. 60 kilo mop. Yeah, that's just like the best piss take. Yeah, you hold this for me. And he's just holding it out. Full arm extension, not even locked. Just holding it out for them. They go, and like these guys are like massive, super duper big guy build, and they just can't believe how strong he is. That's how he pranks them. It's just it's hilarious how strong that guy is. It's just nuts. So we got this Signius platter. It's handed in. Give me big XP now. Thank you. Yeah, the 60 kilo mop. The other funny one is when they do the electromagnets on Thor's hammer. Have you seen that skit? It's an electromagnet, right? We know that. Switch it on, switch it off. I mean, the thing probably weighs 40 kilos anyway. But they're like, yeah, pick it up. And then they switch the magnet off and the next guy goes, Hoop! And he's got it, Yeah, it's a trick. It's, Sideshow Bob. But, yeah. But for his size, that Anatoly's strength is just like, fuck me. Holy crap, that guy is strong. you know, but he's not, he doesn't have that huge muscle mass, but some, you know, the density and effectiveness of the muscles he does have is just off the charts. He's just bonkers. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's probably, has he got his own YouTube? He must have. Yeah, that's got it. Elite powerlifter pretended to be the cleaner. Yeah, there's like a gazillion of these. YouTube Anarchy. Right, I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to get the guy's YouTube. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just like, how the hell are you this strong? I mean, the guy is ripped. He's absolutely ripped. There's not an ounce of anything on him. But yeah, yeah, he's just so goddamn strong. It's ridiculous. You know, the weight he can lift for the size he is just... Pfft. The only other people that come close are people that are professional rock climbers and stuff like that. They are incredibly strong. I've seen two, like, massive bodybuilders trying to keep up with them, and they couldn't. They're just like, we can't do it. We can't do what he's doing. It's about how you train and what you train for. Yeah, if you train for strength, you become strong, not necessarily that big. But if you train for muscle growth and diet, you will grow that muscle, but you might not necessarily be as strong as someone like him. But it just shows you the difference. If he was the size of a bodybuilder, like his muscles were as strong as they are and as big as they are, he'd break his own bones doing things, you know, because he's that goddamn strong. Unbelievable. You got to see it to believe it. But it's not fake. When he's picking that heavy shit up, it's not fake. He's doing it. You can see it. The fucking bar is just like doing, annoying, like a rubber band, you know. But he knows he can monetize that more than working in like, I don't know, a circus or a sideshow. He's like, well, I don't know, I'm smart as well. So maybe I put videos on YouTube where I'm pretending to just be the janitor. I walk around the gym and like shock people. And then I'll upload it. I'll pay the gym owner, you know, a couple of $1,000 or whatever to do what I do and set up cameras and stuff. And then I'll put it on YouTube, but I'll make, you know, God knows how much he makes on the YouTube views. I bet they're sky high, you know. Okay, so has she got anything else for us? We're almost there. Okay, she's got nothing to say at me at the moment. We got Find Halatian Creed. No, haven't you got... Deliver the reference library, there we go, to Dr. Hestia, who is all the other way. Yeah, I'm more like Anatoly than I am a bodybuilder, but I do lift. Do you want to know how much that weighs? You guys probably can't see it. I'm fat bastard in the way here. A Marshall lamp, do you know how much one of those weighs? And then you got to lift it out of your car awkwardly and then get it up a couple of flights of stairs and set it down and then make the same trip like 90 times for all the other bits and bollocks. Yeah. When I managed a music store, they had a Mesa Boogie amp. I think it weighed 60 kilos, which in the gym ain't heavy, but when it's an awkward shaped box that's not in equilibrium, so it's top heavy, bottom heavy, side heavy, whatever. You've got to have that strength to kind of control the balance of the weight as well as everything else. I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, you're not on a machine where the weight is guided to one point. It's, you know, it's a, you know, object in space that can rotate and do stuff and completely unbalance you and wreck you. And that's what carrying gear in and out of a gig is like. You know, you're trying to get out there at 1 o'clock in the morning with a bunch of pissed up people. You know, they've had way too much beer and they're like just stood in the way, and you're like, excuse me, and you've got hold of the thing. Yeah, that's where the strength training comes in, because you need it for that. Actually, I bet I can Google how much that thing weighs. And I used to heft it all over the shop. Valve amps are goddamn heavy, trust me. Yeah, that's what I've got there. Well, that's cheap as chips. That's gotta need a revalve. The only reason they're selling it that cheap is it needs a full set of valves or something. Does it tell you? Do you know what your amp weighs? Page 2. Okay, no. LM anniversary. Yeah, I've got one. It's right behind me. It's right here. Let me go to big camera scene. That's one. Unfortunately, I'm right in front of it. Yeah, but I used to heft that round all kinds of gigs. It must be someone's recorded the weight somewhere. Okay. Let's ask the noob question. How much does a £84? Or yeah. And you're swinging that around in super awkward situations. I mean, you're holding that up to chest height for 10 minutes getting in and out of a building. I mean, oh, god damn. Anatoly, his mop weighs nearly that much, you know. So in real terms, it ain't that heavy, but it's enough to make you sweat trying to move it. And that's a small lamp. You want to try living, heaving old mezzes and Marshall heads around? Oh, jeez. I was so glad to get that because it felt so much lighter. And then you're loading that into the car, and even the back of your car, like, oh my god, my tyres are bald. I only got them replaced 2 months ago. Well, guess what, Einstein? You've been grinding your tyres on your in the wheel arches with the amount of weight you've thrown in the back of your vehicle. It's kind of bonkers. We're walking in the air. We found the broken geometry. Here we go. Ah, there you go. Where the hell am I going? Deliver the... Oh, yeah, we're going to Hestia. Okay. Yeah, so the way I've always trained when I was swimming or anything else was my size and shape didn't change that much. It changed, for sure. But it was all about strength, not size. There's nothing wrong with manipulating body size of muscles, because aesthetically it's very cool. But I was like, yeah, but then it's difficult to buy clothes and stuff. And it works because people see you when you're that shape and size, and they're like, fuck that. You know, they're not going to, they ain't going to mess with you because they're like, no, look at the size of this guy. But also, it depends how powerful you are. There's two different kind of ways of thinking of it, and bodybuilders do look incredibly cool. They really do. The ones I don't like are those, what's it called, synth oil or something, where they just like inject themselves with some form of oil that doesn't give you any strength or anything really, but swells out the skin to look big. I don't know what the hell that is, but you can tell. I mean, even an uneducated eye can tell that ain't muscle. That's, some bullshit injection you've put in yourself to make that part of your body look bigger than it is. It doesn't give you any strength. You may look it under a shirt or something. As soon as the shirt comes off, it's like, oh my God, what have you done to yourself, you moron? Those guys are the worst. I think it's called synth oil. I don't know what the hell that stuff is, but no way in hell would I ever think about using that. I mean, you can tell if you know how people look when they're big. It's just not how muscles form or, look in a... Yeah, it's just weird. I think if you search it... is it synth oil or is it called something else? Synth oil, yeah. Funnily enough, it brings up that. Yeah, like, look at this. No one believes your biceps are that big. You just injected a bunch of shit under your skin. I mean, holy hell. I mean, look at this guy. Really? Really, dude? Yeah, synthetic oil. It's just like, don't ever be tempted to get into that, because number one, you don't have the strength or anything else. I mean, that's basically a skinny guy with a ton of crap pumped under his skin. I mean, what the yeah, don't ever do this. I mean, it's just like, hell are you doing? Don't do that. Everyone can tell. Even people that don't weightlift or don't go to a gym can tell it doesn't look right. Yeah, it looks like crap. Yeah, it does look like crap. It does. I think it's some sort of like there was something wrong to begin with. Because even Joe Schmo is going to look at you looking like that and go, that's not right. They're going to look and go, that's not how people look. Searching for the unknown. Dr. Hestia wants you to go to the necropolis and look at the evidence and blah, 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 blah. What's this? Oh, Kaido. Oh, thank you. I got a bow buff. Don't I need a thing for this? What the hell? I can't remember what this mission is. Cemetery of the... Oh, yeah. I remember. Okay. Shadowlands Beacon. Yeah, no one looks at that and thinks it's real. Even people that have never been near a gym in their entire life looks at you with synth oil and thinks it's real. They look like, why, you're a funny shape. Because muscles look a certain way under the skin. And I think we instinctively know when they're there or they're not. So yeah, never go down that route. God damn. Don't do that to yourself. Because it just looks absolutely terrible. I mean, Jesus H. Don't do it. The only person you're fooling is yourself, because nobody else is looking at you like with these odd shaped bulges thinking that's muscle. I mean, the kind of person you're fooling, you probably don't want to be around, you know? Yeah, there's just something weird about it. It looks off to everyone. Even like Joe Layman is looking at it like, the hell is this? Oh no, 500 dot. Excuse me. That we're going to ignore and just run. Which I've done many times. Excuse me. I've already done the Adonis quest because I really wanted that brain. And it is good. Oh, well, we're climbing up there. We've got another level that I can't spend in anything useful. Right, scouting, searching for the unknown. Dr. Hestia asked you to go to the necropolis. I think we need a couple of drops from... Oh, some of the spirits over here. I think they stay aggressive. And I think it's these guys. Yeah, it does look like crap. We need a gravestone or something from them. I can't remember what the drop is without checking. You ain't got one? Nope, nothing on you either, so I'm going to aggro that one. And get a beer at the same time, because it's grey trash at this point. Right, we got another dead mob in front of us. There we go, we got that. I'm kind of tempted to look at the guide. I'm trying to do it without. Look for evidences, and you might find something of interest. Yeah, we could farm out the thieving spirits drops, but that's the Zan quest. So, yeah. We'll do without just for now. I'll say one thing for Volvo. They invented the 3-point harness seatbelt, and they thought it was such a good idea, they didn't patent it. They said, no, we think this is so vital to road safety, we'll just make it publicly available and every car manufacturer can use it. And they probably saved 1,000,001 lives doing just that. Most of the car companies would have gone, no, we invented it, it's our idea, if you want to use it, you have to pay us. They were like, nope, we would rather save lives without profit, and just made it public. But they did in fact invent it. Good job, Volvo. And I'm sure I heard that on something like Top Gear, and then it was regurgitated elsewhere, and, you know. But yeah, you know when you put your seatbelt on, it goes across one shoulder, over your lap, and then clicks in? It's a 3-point harness. They came up with that. It didn't exist before they thought of it. And people died a lot in car crashes because they just strapped over their waist and then smashed their brains in on the steering wheel because there was nothing to stop them moving forward from the waist up, you know, and they came up with that. A nice, simple, neat design that isn't uncomfortable but will save your life, you know. I mean, I take incident calls for car rental companies as well as part of my job. So some of them are like, well, the airbags have gone off, but I seem okay. Am I okay to drive the car? I said, no, you cannot drive that goddamn car with the airbags deployed. What, why not? I said, well, if anything happens, you've got no goddamn airbags, man. Number one. Number two, the police are going to pull you over, arrest you and charge you. You're going to get points on your license for trying. Oh, God. I've fallen off. How do I get back up? Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. I just fell down the black hole of where the hell do I go? Okay, we fixed it. Yeah, I'm sure it's Volvo came up with the 3-point harness seatbelt and then just went, this is so important that we're not keeping it to ourselves. Everyone can use it. So they did. Oop. Not looking where I'm going. I was looking at where I was putting my beer down there. That's not good. That's not the way you should do AO. Yeah, good guy Volvo. I'm pretty sure even if you Google it, you'll get the same answer. This is it. You see, you used to have to look up facts and figures like this. You had to go to a library or ask someone that knew about that field. And now everyone thinks they're an expert because they've got Google search, which is one of thousands of search engines. And always returns the most profitable answer, not necessarily the right one. This is something I have observed over the last 25 years, is the power of ignorance. It's just ridiculous. People assume their ignorance is just as valid as someone else's expertise, and it ain't. We discovered that more than ever in the last 5 years than before. But yeah, it's a classic. So I'm assuming most of the people I'm talking to on the stream know how to drive a car, like a manual car, like properly drive. Not stop and go pedals, but like actually drive a car. And you've got to remember, before you learned how to do that, you were unconsciously incompetent. And what that means is you could see, your older relative and or, mother, father, whatever, could do it, and they seem to do it without any effort. Therefore, in your unconsciously incompetent state, you assumed it was easy. And that you knew as much about driving as they did, even though you couldn't do it yourself. Okay? Then you started to learn to drive, and you were like, oh my God, clutch, brake maneuver, mirror, signal, maneuver. And then you suddenly realize you are now consciously incompetent. You realize there's a hell of a lot more to it than you thought there was. And also, you don't know how to do it well. So you become consciously incompetent. Then you learn enough to pass your driving test where you can do it, but it takes so much concentration and focus, you've only become consciously competent. Okay? Now, you drive for a few years afterwards, maybe even less time than that, and you can drive without thinking about it. You're thinking about, oh, I want to make that turn, or I want to be in this lane to go here, there, everywhere, wherever it is you want to go, and you become unconsciously competent, which is what you saw other people doing and assumed it was easy in the first place. And that's how we learn. That's how we learn new skills, whether it's playing the guitar or driving a car or whatever. It's always the same. And what you see now is people that are unconsciously incompetent thinking their opinion about the same thing as someone who is unconsciously competent about it is just as valid. And it's like, no, it isn't. You don't know shit. Oh, God. Searching for answers. Dr. Hestia, that's this one. Look for evidence. There might have been a Zan cemetery here in Sheol. Find a cracked burial stone. Okay, yeah. Yeah, what I've come to learn is I'm unconsciously incompetent about a great many things. But knowing that you are is better than thinking that you know as much, because you don't. But you don't know that you don't because you're unconsciously incompetent of that fact. It's mad. Right, we want a jar. Let's go. Is it this way? At this level, we should just walk in and out. Nothing should aggro. No, a jar is over there. No, that doesn't feel right. Wait. Oh, you need to go to Dr. Darnell. Okay. We're back to the hippie. Okay. If I had a saved here, this would be faster. But it's not. Yeah, someone who has been studying a particular field for 20, 30 years does know more than you do and your ability to use Google. They have more context and everything else. I mean, it just staggers me that people can't accept that. Well, I've got Google and I think, well, it doesn't matter what you think. You don't know shit, you know. Your viewpoint is non-contextual, uninformed, and terrible. You know, it's based on the slimmest amount of information possible. It's just bad, and yet people think that you know, that somehow, you know, just because they can use a search engine, they know as much as someone that's dedicated 30 years of their life to a particular field. No, you fucking don't. Not even close. You know, just remember that the next time you see some person try and contradict unconsciously competent opinion with their unconsciously incompetent opinion, that the two things don't hold the same value, because they do not. Well, how come we can't feed honey to our kids under medical advice? Well, because quite often honey contains a bacteria that's harmful, but someone with all the necessary bacteria in their gut can handle it, i.e. an adult, versus someone that has none, i.e. a baby. Which is why they recommend you don't give honey to your kids until they're 1 year old. Has nothing to do with how much of, you know, injections or whatever cost. It's got nothing to do with that. See, you're forming the opinion that it must be big pharma because you're unconsciously fucking incompetent. And so am I, but I know enough that I'm consciously incompetent. I understand that there are reasons. You know? Yeah, it's just nuts. The world today just... the dumbest moron thinks their opinion matters as much as the most informed person on the planet. And it's like, no, it fucking doesn't. Not even close. honey is immensely beneficial, but it's also something produced in the organic world and does have impurities like bacteria in it that without a developed intestinal fortitude, if you like, can be harmful. You know, it's just bonkers. I went on Google and I saw this, and it's like, well, it doesn't mean shit. You don't know what the context of it or anything else. You don't know anything. Oh yeah, we're going to the, what can you tell me about their religions? Like we care. We just want XP at this point. We want to hit 180 this evening. Okay, what have we got now? We've got looting the devoted. Give Dr. Darnell an insignia of Roach O'Rourke. I think that's the blue thing we picked up. Where did I put it? Yeah, that's the one. I have an insignia for you because I had the foresight to remember to pick it up. Right, here we go. We give it that. More XP. Oh, it's cut me off. Have we got nothing else for me? We're not going to get it unless we do Halcyon Creed's mission, which will take like a whole stream to do. We got to farm 6 insignias and everything else. Oh my god. Do we really want to do that? Let's have a look. Twitch. Who else is streaming Anarchy Online? Why are you being weird? Okay. Wait. Stream manager. Oh, there we go. Right. Who else is streaming Anarchy Online? There's me and... Oh. Rubicar live feed. Not anyone else. Who's this? Jex the Ripper, Kingdom Come... What's... Oh, Suki. Yeah, I like Suki. What are they playing? Oh, Markov. Okay, totally different. So, yeah, we'll leave it here. Yes, we will. We'll pick this up again on Wednesday. Because reasons. Also, we'll have new dailies, so we should easily hit 180. What we really want is 190, so we're title 6. And then we can do stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to leave it here. So massive thanks for the resubs, the follows, and everything else. But it is good night from me. Okay, folks, bye for now.